20th of January 2025, Donald Trump will be sworn in as the 47th President of the United States, marking an unprecedented return to the office after his first term from 2017 to 2021. Now, this historic moment will set the stage for a new chapter in the American leadership as the nation prepares for the continuation of his vision. Now, as we witness this significant event, it offers us the perfect opportunity to reflect on the broader timeline of the US history, exploring the key moments that have defined the office of the president and shaped the nation as we know it today. Now, from its humble beginnings to its position as a global superpower, the United States has witnessed several key moments that have shaped its history. Now, here are the 10 pivotal moments. Now, in a historic turn of events, Donald Trump has made history once again, becoming the only president to have been convicted. After facing multiple legal challenges and being convicted, Trump has secured a second term in office following his victory in the 2024 elections. Now, this marks a significant moment in the US political history, as no other president has ever been convicted of a crime while in office or before running for president. Trump's legal troubles, which includes charges related to business practices and his role in the January 6th Capitol riot, did not prevent him from rallying a significant portion of the electorate. In the early years of the United States, the presidency was traditionally limited to 2 terms. However, one notable exception was Franklin Roosevelt, who served an unprecedented 4 terms from 1933 to 1945, largely due to his great leadership during the Great Depression and the World War II, but his extended presidency raised concerns about the potential for power to be too centralized, and as a result, the 22nd Amendment was ratified in 1951, officially limiting presidents to not more than 2 consecutive terms. Let's talk a little about George Washington, who served as the nation's first president from 1789 to 1797. Revered for his leadership during the American Revolution, Washington became the only president in the US history to be unanimously elected by the Electoral College. I repeat, the only president in the US history to be unanimously elected by the Electoral College. Now we are diving into a bit of an irony that's really hard to ignore. Despite being a nation built on ideals of equality and opportunity, the United States has yet to elect a female president. The US has made some monumental strides in many areas of equality, but when it comes to the presidency, the first women to take office is still a future headline. In the United States, presidential elections are held every 4 years on election day, as compared to India, where elections are held every 5 years. Now, for the US, this election day since 1845 has been set as the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Another quintessential point to note is that the president's term officially begins on the Inauguration Day, which, as established by the 20th Amendment, is set to occur on January 20th, marking a distinct and ceremonial start to the presidency. Now, when it comes to the length of the presidential terms, there's a dramatic contrast between the shortest and the longest one. On one hand, Franklin Roosevelt set the record, serving over 12 years in office, and on the other hand, William Henry Harrison holds the unfortunate distinction of having the shortest term, serving a mere of 31 days. Now, throughout the history of US, the office of the presidency has been marked by extraordinary leadership and often heart-wrenching tragedy. While some presidents have left behind legacies of triumph and progress, others have been taken from us prematurely. In fact, 8 US presidents have died while in office, with 4 of them tragically assassinated. The first was Abraham Lincoln, who was shot in the 1865 in Washington, D.C. James Garfield followed, shot in 1881 at the Washington train station. William McKinley was assassinated in 1901 during a public event in New York, and John Kennedy was tragically shot in 1963 in Texas. Now, moving into the 21st century, one of the most defining moments in the US presidential history came with the election of the nation's first African American president. This landmark achievement was made by none other than Barack Obama, whose 2 terms from 2009 to 2017 reshaped American politics in significant ways. Theodore Roosevelt and Joe Biden represent 2 extremes in US presidential history. Roosevelt became the youngest president at just 42 in 1901, assuming office after the assassination of William McKinley. And in contrast, Joe Biden made history as the oldest president, taking office at 78 in 2021. Their presidencies highlight the remarkable range of leadership across generations in the nation's history. Now that concludes our deep dive into the fascinating history of US presidency. From landmark firsts to surprising twists, the journey of America's leaders has been anything but ordinary. Stay with us as we continue to bring you stories that impact the world. Signing off for now.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.